Picked up my tools, got them up here. We've got a pretty big project ahead of us. We have decided we're gonna paint the deck of the boat. Sounds awesome. Sounds like a lot of work is what that sounds like. But we'll see how it goes. Let me show you guys why we're gonna paint the top of our deck. Well, here, let me just take the camera and I'll show you.
Alright, so Sam just got done showing you all of our cracks and leaking areas along the top of the boat. And we decided that although you don't have to fix what's not broken, there is some truth to maybe preventing some of those big problems, especially where we have the time here at home to do that. So we've decided that we're going to go ahead kind of dig into this project before we end up with something bigger down the road. So in order to do that, we're going to take all our hardware off. We're going to take our stations off, the lifelines, the bow and the stern pulpits, and all the rest of the hardware that's along the top of the boat, and sand everything down, fix the cracks appropriately, paint. It's a big project. We know it's going to probably take us most of the summer to do. Hopefully not, but it is Utah and the weather's different, so we'll see what happens. Let's go down inside and see what we're up against on the inside of the boat to get to these areas. Come with me. I'm overwhelmed. Let me tell you that. I'm overwhelmed. We figured out how to get the cabinets down. It took a little bit. Took about 12 screws out, and then realized we needed to take the trim off too. So we finally took the trim off, and then the cabinet just slid out, which was great. Nice space behind here. This is what our other cabinet looks like. Looked like that on the other side. So we have to take our trim pieces off here, and a couple screws on the inside, right here and here, and it just pulls right out, and we'll be able to access that hardware the same as we did the other side.
Jessica's up there. There she is. She's got the screwdriver. We are going to attempt to take off our first one. I'm going to go in here and we're going to take off these nuts off there, and let's see how this goes. No, that one's loose. Go to the next one.
What?
The next one.
Did you do something?
Yeah, it's loose. Okay. Okay. That's it. I guess you can come in. So far, that was really easy. They weren't even really tight. Let's see if we get them out the rest of the way. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm threading the nut down, this nut, until it's just past flush. And then I'm just tapping it with a hammer. That way I don't booger up them threads. There may be a better way to do that, I don't know. This is just how I do it. I know that once you bugger up those threads, it sucks, so this is how I take them out. What are you doing down there?
Just getting my tools.
And?
Just get my tools. Mind your own business. I said don't drink and drive. Bad for this.
Don't drink and screw.
Don't drink and screw. Lesson number 1. Don't drink and screw. You lose your screwdriver off the edge, and then you get this like last little bit. So one way we thought could keep things organized would be to replace the bolts and nuts in exactly the same order that we took them out. So that's what we're going to do right now. I've already put the bolts back in, so now we're going to do the washers and nuts. I don't know if I can do this.
It's right there.
I'm glad you found your drink. I'm coming back in.
Well, it's very important I find my drink. Okay, we got 2 of them off. We're going for the 3rd one, but it is underneath this liner, or trim, I don't know what you call it, but this is what we gotta get off. Ah. I need a shorter screwdriver. I gotta go find a stubby. I don't know if I own one.
So size matters.
Size matters.
All right.
And for once, it's too big. I gotta go find another. Let me find something shorter. Gosh dang it. I don't have a stubby.
Let the chaos begin.
Right.
Right now, there's really only the stuff we absolutely need or don't want to move right now in here.
Alright, let me go see if I can find a stubby.
Okay, good luck. So what did we do? Did you find one?
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Oh, it's medium size.
Yeah.
It's probably average. Oh, you're the medical person. Is it average?
Mm-hmm. It's average. No, baby, it's big.
Whoever designs boats is about as good as auto mechanic or auto designers.
I don't know, they got it in there just fine.
You know the good news or the bad news?
Well, good news.
There is no good news.
Okay, what's the bad news?
That other base is like right here. This is obviously hollow, but it looks like it's one unit to here. I wonder if we take down this trim,
That folds enough?
if it'll flex. You know what I mean? I think that might be our best bet, is to pull the trim down and see if it'll flex enough to get a ridge in there. Okay, I'll pull all this down. Hopefully it's back there. Alright, so my plan is to just, hold on, you can't see my face. Not that it's that pretty. Alright. I really need to shave. I probably need a haircut too. If I cut my hair, I won't have to wear this hat. Anyways, so I'm just gonna start at the front of this boat. We got the bow pulled off last night, and all the hardware up there, and I'm just gonna work my way back to the stern, removing every bit of piece of hardware there is on the way. You know, it is what it is. It shouldn't be that bad. I think all the cabinets are out that need to be out, and I think everything else, I just gotta crawl my butt through these little holes and compartments to get to the bolts. But I don't think I have to remove any more cabinetry, which will be nice because that took most of the time. So far it's taken us 8 hours to what we've done. We've got 7 stanchions off, the bow pulpit, a couple cleats, and most of that time was removing the cabinets on the inside of the boat to access the bolts, the nuts. So I'm thinking I got 3, maybe 4 more hours, and I'll have the rest of the hardware off where we want to paint, and hopefully tomorrow I am sanding or grinding out, dremeling out the cracks, you know, making this thing, getting this thing going forward progress. Not right now, I feel like we're going backwards. To be honest, I didn't even want to paint the deck of this boat. It was kind of Jessica's idea, so this is her fault. Yeah, I'm going with that. This is all her fault, you know. But in reality, it's a good thing. Some of the bases and stuff we've taken off have not been embedded. They have not been bedded that well. And I think that they probably were leaking. They are fully fiberglass, like there's no wood sandwiched in between where the hardware was, so I don't feel like there's been any real damage, but I'm sure it did leak a little bit. So, oh, and after spending 25-30 minutes inside that chain locker yesterday, I would not want to do this in the tropics. It was 50 degrees here last night, and when I went into that chain locker, I immediately started sweating. I can't imagine doing that somewhere hot and humid or on a boatyard. I'm glad we're doing it here, and major respect to you guys that go out there and do it at the marina, in the tropics, in a boatyard somewhere. This is turning into a bigger project than I anticipated and taking longer than I thought, which I guess is kind of the running joke with boats. It's gonna take you 3 days. Yeah, it's probably gonna take you more like 3 months. So, oh, the good thing is I'm drinking coffee. It's 6:30 at night, 6:30 p.m., but it's just kind of chilly outside. There's a chance of snow tomorrow. I made a pot of coffee. I probably won't sleep tonight. I might be out here till midnight. I don't know. But anyways, let's get to it. I'm just gonna start loosening these bolts, see how it goes. Okay. Alright, I made it. I'm inside. Holy cow. Oh man. I'm too old for this crap. I used to do a lot of caving when I was younger. Squeezing through these little holes and stuff. It's rock climbing, but yeah, I need to get after it. What the hell? So I just crawled through the boat from the starboard side just to get in here to take these bolts off. I'm not 100% sure how I'm getting out. I think I'm coming that way towards you, towards that camera, because I don't think I'm crawling back out that. It's not that bad once I'm in here though. Shit. Shoot. Maybe Jessica will come home soon, because I need the other size wrench. This one's too small. It'll take out half of them, but not all of them. I should have been smarter and brought the other socket with me, but why would we do that? So, tip, when you're crawling through the hole in your boat, take all the tools you need with you, so you don't have to crawl back out. Anyways, I'm gonna do the ones I can. And another tip, maybe wear some safety glasses. I just got shit in my eye. Oh, I just got stuff in my eyeball. Alright, so I forgot my phone as well. I can't even call and see where she is, or how far out she is. So I think I'm going to slither on out and maybe take off as many bolts as I can on the way, and then crawl my happy butt back down in here and get the rest of this off. And I'm also wondering why these have no backing plate. I don't know what this is, but I think it might be a cleat, because it's got bigger bolts. It also has no backing plate, so I may be remedying that. Yeah, good times. Yep, I think I'm coming that way. I can't seem to weasel my butt around the corner backwards. Oh man, it's all good. Hold on. You know, it's just something I gotta do here. This thing wasn't here, this would be a lot easier. Crawl through this shit again. Ow. There. Oh man. Holy cow. Okay. It just became very obvious to me. I should do more yoga. Man, I'm not flexible. Holy cow. All right. All that to grab another socket and to go back in. Anyways, it needs done, so let's do it.
Good morning, everybody. So, we have this thing happening. One of the scariest things for sailors is a leaky boat, right? Well, because we've been working on our deck, trying to get all of the hardware off so that we can repaint, Utah weather came through and we had a little snowstorm last night. Just tiny one, but it is enough to cause lots of water, or what we would call lots of water. So we're gonna take a while and clean this up this morning before it can really saturate anything. Not a lot, but let me show you what it is. You can hear it dripping and running off the boat outside. So we have a nice little puddle here. We have some in the chain case. I don't know if you can see those dripping. A little drip. No, basically anywhere we had a hole. Didn't take the time to plug it or anything last night. Thought that this would just be a little bit of rain, but we got snow and it's melting, so it's making a mess. Oh, you can hear Sam up there brushing it off the deck to help slow the flow. That is what we're going to be up to today. Hopefully just this morning until everything dries up, and then we'll begin working on the inside of the boat again. So, well, I shouldn't say the inside of the boat. We'll be working on the deck because that's what our project is right now. I need more coffee. All right, did you get your water cleaned up?
Sort of. We did learn a valuable lesson though.
And what is that?
That bilge pump's a piece of crap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we probably want to do something about that before we go.
500 gallons an hour, my ass. Like, not good at all. We need a better plan.
All right, so we got that all cleaned up. We'll put that on our to-do list. And now we are going to do what?
Finish taking off these lifelines, the rest of this deck. Put more holes in the boat so it can rain some more. What are you working on?
The unthreaded holes, the non-threaded holes. Hold the stupid thing. I don't think I've ever been so mad in my life. I'm gonna throw it. What'd you say? Let's buy a boat, he said. It'll be fun, he said. Paint the deck, he said. It'll look
no, that was you.
I said,
The deck was you.
It's going to be a lot of work, and I said, okay, let's not do it then.
The deck was all you.
Anyway. I'm in this weird position. At least I'm not crouched in that box, but I can't get. It's just. Oh, it just needs. I'm not strong enough to just pull the stupid thing out. Just. It's going back down. It's better. See, I win.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You know what that piece was?
What?
The last one.
It almost did me in, but I got it. Alright, well, here we are. Taking a break. Just finished taking off all of the hardware off of our deck and boat. In all, it took us about 16 hours to finish all of it. About a week. A couple hours after work each night. Sometimes not that long, but a little bit after work, a little bit on the weekend, and here we are getting ready to sand. So, only lost one part. I bent back here. Really brittle plastic. We'll have to get a new one to replace that, which will be alright. A couple bolts, but as we were cleaning up our water spill, we found those. So, all in all, I think we've done okay.